name is Starlight, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you were able to get out in nature somewhere, and I hope you're really taking good care of yourself, eating the right kind of food, and there's some food out there that will drain your energy. So really be thoughtful of the food that you do eat, and pay attention to how you feel after you eat the food that you eat. And anyway, this is Starlight, and I just wanted to let all of you know, some of you have been watching me for a while, and I am so sorry. I have been having computer issues, so I have not been able to make any videos, play any videos, edit videos, or upload them. So I am so sorry. So here I am again to see if anything is working right the way it should, and see if I can upload this video tonight. So hopefully Starlight will be able to do this. I already made this video once, so now I am redoing it again. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and I really appreciate you. And you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up. See, it's been a while. If you want to see a change in the world, better yet, be that change that you want to see in the world. And Starlight just can't do it, and a few of the people in the world can't do it, but we ought to try to do it together, so you know, we can have a great impact in the world today as the way it is going. You know, we really need to change the way the world is going. And it starts with me, and it starts with all of you. So Starlight could really use some help out here, is to be that change you want to see in the world. Besides giving my videos a thumbs up, you can subscribe, to my YouTube channel. Plus, my bell, my dinger bell. You can ring that notification bell. I will ring the notification bell, but you can push the button. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can follow me on Instagram, and that is 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, before I get going, you also can check out my playlist, because there's so many different topics, and I will have more as I work on making videos. But today I wanted to reach out to all of you, and this could be for anyone. These days, you never know how young people start out doing this, and I don't really want to say anybody's old out there, but you know, even for the older folks though, the people that could be 80s, maybe even 90s, I don't know. So this is about people that have either want to try smoking marijuana, has already smoked marijuana, you know, so this is for you. And like I said, these days it's hard to tell who is starting out smoking marijuana. You know, I started at the age of 16, and how many years ago was that? You know, that was a long time. You know, so I know that there's kids out there, boys and girls, that are starting younger than 16, you know, so this video is not just for the 16-year-olds or younger. This video is for anyone and everyone. You know, I do have to say that in my family, almost everybody has tried smoking marijuana or is still doing so, but there's one that has never touched it, and it's my son. So, you know, I'm so proud of him. He's never done that, you know. He's like, hey, it's illegal, and even after it was legal, he decided not to do it anyway. He has no interest into it, even though, you know, he's surrounded by family members that do it. It's just that he's got a good head on his shoulder, and I am so proud of him that he does not, you know, like get, what do they call it, where society gets him to think that he's got to do that thing, you know, and he's not, it's peer pressure, he's not pressured by peer pressure. So I'm so proud of him that he decided not to do that all on his own. But not every child and not every person can say that they've never or never wanted to try marijuana. So Starlight, like I said, I started at the age of 16, 3 days after I left my parents' house. That's how quick it was. And it doesn't take long, So, and that's what I told my son. I really did. I scared the heck out of him. I said I didn't want him to leave the house. I wanted him to stay with his mommy all the way up until he got married. I said, because he was brought up in the Christian family, I said, well, the devil is waiting for little boys out there just like you. That's what, I scared the heck out of him. Should I have said that? It worked. I don't know. Should I? Yeah, I did. I did do that. But you know what? It really kept him from he's never been in trouble. So, he's got a good head on his shoulder, and I'm not here just to talk about my son, but, there's other few boys and girls out there that decide, they didn't want no part of it. They might have watched movies, with people smoking. They might have went to school to learn about not smoking pot. They might have even had their mom and dad or brothers and sisters that smoked marijuana or pot or weed or grass or whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's all the same thing. And now they got the miracle marijuana, and the reason why I'm making this video is Starlight has smoked off and on throughout her life. And the reason I'm making this is because there are different types of what you would think is marijuana, but it's not marijuana. This is to help not just teenagers out or even younger. It's to help out even the older, the adults, middle-aged people, and the more, the adult people out there, men or women. And it doesn't matter, what the person looks like, because I have seen all types of people that I would have thought, no way, you don't smoke marijuana. And, there's some people that look like they don't smoke, and they do. So you never know. Sometimes it's obvious when you meet people. Sometimes they might have shirts that have like tie-dye on it, like hippies. Like Starlight always thought she was born at the wrong. I really thought I was supposed to have been born earlier in life, but it is what it is. A lot of hippies smoke marijuana, but do all hippies smoke marijuana? No. A lot of Deadhead fans out there smoke marijuana. Starlight was a Deadhead fan long time ago. Do all Deadhead fans smoke marijuana? No. So sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes people are wearing the clothing. They might have stuff on their hair like women, or they might have a certain look about their face and the jewelry or whatever. All that doesn't even matter. You cannot figure out really who smokes it unless you get near them and you can smell it on them. Then you're like, wow, yeah, you definitely are a smoker. Because that stuff is not easy to hide. When you smoke it, it just lingers all over the place and on your clothes and your hair. If you smoke and you get near people, they're definitely going to know that you smoke pot. But anyway, this video is to help you, not to scare you, but to let you know that that there's people out there that they are selling stuff that is not good for you, and it could kill you. It could really mess you up in different ways. So you really need to be safe whether you've actually have smoked it your whole life. It doesn't matter if you smoked it your whole life, because what happens is even though you smoked it your whole life, and you love getting high, and all it takes is for a time where you really want it and you don't have money, and you meet some people and then they invite you to a party or their house, or even for a walk out in the woods, or even for, it is crazy. some states it's illegal, and Starlight was smoking it in her state when it was illegal because, hey, in the Bible it says God gave of the herbs of the field, and so I was smoking. So that was not a law that I felt like I had to actually abide by, like to obey. So, and I don't believe all laws ought to be obeyed, but that is not what I'm talking about right now. It's about marijuana, and really this video is to help people to understand that you should not just smoke any joint or other videos of other things that can happen to you as far as smoking a bowl, from a person that you thought you knew or might have known, or somebody you thought you trusted, no matter how I word this, is know what people are up to. And it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, because this goes for both sexes, males and females, that women can get tricked and guys can get tricked on somebody maybe lacing a bowl with something, maybe some crack underneath a bowl, or even put crack. I don't know if that smokes in a joint, but hey, they try all kinds of stuff. So you really got to be careful of the kind of people that you get high with. And smoking marijuana, Starlight did enough of that in her life, and it does some funky stuff to you at some times. And maybe you've smoked it your whole life, and maybe you just got high and nothing really big happened, but maybe you got super stoned because you over smoked, and maybe nothing crazy happened to you, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to affect other people in a different way, because it can. So, but this video is really about being safe of where you get your smoke from as far as marijuana goes, and there's a lot of stores now that sell different kind of marijuana, whatever that stuff is. And Starlight really isn't a fan. When I was smoking, to buy it from the store, I would have been more likely get it from a dealer. But can you trust the dealer that you're getting your smoke from? Sometimes people get desperate when it comes to smoking. They really want to get that high, and if they have the money or don't have the money, there are people out there that are out on the street where you're like, hey, like in the cities that, hey, if I go down this road, I can easily get some marijuana. But you don't know those people. You really got to be careful where you're getting dope from. And I do have to say, the end of summer, Starlight, actually, let's see, October, actually it was in the fall time, Starlight found some marijuana in her area somewhere, and it's kind of weird how I found weed before out in the woods growing, but I never found like like joints out in the city. And you got to be careful of even that, because how do you know where that came from? You'd be like, oh, Starlight, it's free, like I can, hey, I didn't even have to pay for it, and you might be wanting to smoke that, but really, should you? What if there's something wrong with it? Maybe you're being set up for a fall. Maybe something really bad could happen to you if you smoked that. Maybe somebody thinks it's funny just to leave that laying around for you to find it. But you never know, do you? So you definitely want to be careful of the kind of weed or marijuana, pot, grass, you are smoking. And what happens when young kids or whoever starts smoking marijuana, you can get really desperate and get an addict. Well, they say you can't get addicted, then there's other people that says you can get addicted. Now, Starlight has been able to smoke it, quit it, smoke it, quit it, smoke it, quit it her whole life. So I don't see as it so much addictive. I believe it depends on the person. I believe it depends on how responsible each person is and what age level are they. If they don't have responsibilities and they're starting out and they start smoking marijuana, they don't know about responsibilities enough to say, hey, you know what, I need to give this up right now. But adults that have experience with marijuana could possibly have more of a handle over on quitting when they set their mind to it and can, but not, I've known other people in my life that, when they want to quit, they quit. It's easier to quit marijuana than it is to quit and smoking cigarettes. And so, like I said, I've been able to quit and start, anytime I set my mind to it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to smoke the last bit that I have. That's it. I'm going to get rid of all my stuff. Bam, it's done and over with. And then, of course, later on, I could decide, hey, I want to start it back up again. And then I'd start it back up again. But what I really want to talk to you about on this video is really, if you know somebody that grows it and you know that they are a trustworthy person, that if you're going to smoke and it's legal, I'm not telling you to smoke it if it's, like you have a mind of your own and you have to decide on what is right and wrong in your eyes. Just because I was smoking pot when it was illegal, it's all up to you what you want to do. So I'm not here to tell you, yes, go and smoke it in your state if it's illegal. You have to decide on what you're going to do. But a lot of people, what happens, not a lot, but maybe 50% of the people, they do foolish things when they smoke marijuana. They smoke in their car. Why would you smoke in your car? You're not supposed to be driving while high, but now you're smoking in your car. Now your car, smells like it's been getting high. Was your car getting high? No, you or your friends or whoever, family, was in your car getting high, and now that smell is stuck and it will stay in your car for hours. And I'm not kidding you. It will linger in your car for a long time. So, number one, do not, smoke in your car. You could be thinking that, hey, now we could drive the car. Please do not smoke while getting high. Smoke and drive, because weird things can happen with your driving. Things can really, Starlight tried that before, and I realized that is absolutely not for me. I know other people that I knew that they could get high and drive in their car and, go all over, and it's really not a good choice, because that smell is in your car. Even if you went and took a hike and then got in your car and drove stone, you could make a lot of mistakes driving. It does mess you up when you drive. And there's some people, they think that they can handle anything. It just takes one time to mess up. And if the cops find out that you were driving while high, you are in a big trouble. You are in serious trouble. You could cause an accident. You could kill somebody by being foolish on smoking and driving your car. So the other thing is, I can't tell you what to do. Starlight does not smoke anymore, because I made in other videos is that I have a lot to do in my life. I have a lot to accomplish. I have a lot of responsibilities, and I did try to quit because somebody else wanted me to quit. And then I realized that didn't work out, because I wanted to do it. I realized that I had to quit because Starlight, was ready to quit, not because that person wanted me to quit. So, I said, hey, I'm sorry, but I smoked again. I know you wanted me to quit, and I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. I should have been just doing it because I wanted to give it up. So I did come to that, a situation where I did go out and buy it again, bought a new bowl, bought a big ass bag of dope, a new grinder, and I decided, I can't do this. And I gave it all away. Ouch. So I did, because I couldn't remember what I was supposed to be doing. And I got responsibilities. I got things I want to enjoy in my life. I got dreams in my life that I want to fulfill. So if you got dreams and goals that you really want to fulfill, you really might consider quitting, because it can mess you up. And the other thing, I do want to make is, a lot of times people don't want people to smoke marijuana, because it can easily lead them to other drugs. because after a while you might get high, and after a while the high might go off depending on the strand that you are smoking. So a lot of people will try to get a better kind of, a stronger strand of weed and a stronger strand of weed, and then they'll smoke and they're like, wow, I'm smoking but I'm not getting high. So it could lead you to actually doing crack or cocaine or heroin or other drugs out there. And so really I caution you on that. Please, if you're going to do marijuana, just stay at marijuana. I'm not telling you to do marijuana. It's totally up to you what you do. So don't say, hey, Starlight made me do it. No, you got a mind of your own. So I'm just here to let you know the dangers of marijuana and where it can, trip you up if you just get desperate and just smoke any dope anywhere. You might get desperate and you might not be able to find. I know what it's like when you cannot find it and you it's Friday night, you want to get high on Friday night, but you didn't find any all week, and now you're running out of your dope and now you're getting desperate. So really, you need to be cautious of that. And if you really, really, really enjoy smoking marijuana and it's legal in your state, find out how much you can grow. Really, find somebody, if you know somebody that knows how to grow plants, or if you don't know anybody that knows how to grow plants, find out, research it online, find out, read books or whatever you got to do to find out how to grow marijuana plants at your house if you can. I really wouldn't suggest you to growing it outside because people will steal it if they find it. And believe me, Starlight knows how to find that stuff. Yeah. Yep, it's over that way. So, really, if you're going to grow it, it'd be best inside. But if you have a yard of your own, you have your own land, or somebody where you can grow it and where it's safe, where it can get the sun, then that would be the best. But it's got to be people you trust, and you don't want to tell everybody about hey guys, my plants are over at, so don't tell anybody nothing. You tell one person and they tell somebody else, before you know it, the whole town knows where your dope is, and then you don't have any. So if you're really going to, the best thing is to grow it yourself. That way So you want to start ahead of time. You want to get those plants going, find out when you should, the seeds are very expensive if you're going to get the good stuff. So, that one seed, how much is that one seed worth? I heard that, I could have bought seeds and it was $50 for like a few seeds. It was like, wow, so you better really know what you're doing growing those seeds, if they cost that much, but this, they're supposed to be good seeds. So find out how to grow them. That way what is being put in that dope. And so I am, I'd rather you to grow your own plants, or at least if you know some family member or a friend that does it themselves, learn how to grow it. That way you can do your own and, learn. You'll have fun doing it. It can be fun learning how to, I do know somebody out there that does plant. He's been growing plants every year. I could have had a job actually trimming those babies, but I decided no, I'm not strong enough right now. I am definitely, I love the smell of marijuana, and I could have got paid like a bag of dope to, which I really didn't know I was getting paid if I was going to do it for dope to actually trim those babies. And I'm like, well, you know what, I need to, I do can't. I really can't. I got too much on my. So anyway, I do love you, and I really just want you to enjoy yourself, because I know what it's like getting high and getting stoned. I actually used it like a medication. It was a way for me to get connected to the universe, to God, and I would get answers. And if you want to know how to do that, you can check out my other videos on marijuana and all that. So you can check those on my playlist of how Starlight got information from God. And it is really awesome to do that. And that's why I loved doing it. That was my thing right there. But I used it like a medication. I didn't overdo it. So, and it's kind of like sex in a way that, if you don't do it all the time, it's better. So anyway, I do love you. You really want to keep yourself safe, and I can't stress this out. Be careful out there, because there are people out there that are lacing that stuff with really bad stuff. It can affect you in such a wrong way that you'd wish you'd listened to this video earlier. So anyway, I love all of you. So this is Starlight. I really hope you loved this video, and you can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. Don't forget the notification bell. And also, you can follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight. And don't mind my hair. I wasn't even planning on doing video. It's just that I'm just testing something out right now. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.